Hello, I'm Colin, author of Pitlochry History, and today's brief encounter with Pitlochry's history is all about the Pitlochry Dam, which forms part of the post-war Tummulgari hydroelectric scheme. The scheme harnessed the headwaters of the River Spey, created new reservoirs at Lochs Erechdy, Tummel and Fascally, 8 new power stations and 9 dams. By the time the water has flowed through the turbines within the Pitlochry Dam, it may already have been used to generate electricity up to 4 times during its journey here. As the banks of the River Tummel are glacial moraines, with the bedrock in places being as much as 15 metres below the level of the riverbed, it was necessary to build retaining walls on both sides. These were known as the North Cut and the South Cut. The South Cut stretches as far as the A9 to the south, and the North Cut as far as the railway line to the north, as well as being 1.5 metres thick and up to 40 metres deep. To ensure that all leakage would be stopped, the trench for the retaining wall was astonishingly over 60 metres deep, and it was lined in heavy timber along the sides. The face of the glacial moraine at that depth had to be grouted under pressure. So like an iceberg, the visible parts of the dam are only a very small proportion of the entire construction. Incorporated within the dam is the fish ladder, designed to enable salmon to surmount this wall of concrete and reach their spawning grounds beyond. Each year, between April and October, an average of about 5,500 salmon return from their Atlantic feeding grounds and climb through the ladder to the rivers where they were born, in order for the females to lay their eggs in precisely the same spot. There are 34 pools in all on the ladder, 3 of them being resting pools to give the fish a respite from the long climb. After heavy rain, and particularly after quickly thawing snow, the dam's drum gates open automatically, although usually they can be controlled manually, providing a spectacle of raw power as the bow wave of white spume spreads out down river, the roar of the water being audible in many parts of the town. Occasionally, land downstream can suffer flooding as a result. At the peak of the worst flood in recent times, in January 1993, the flow over the dam was near maximum capacity, recorded at 34,000 cusecs. A cusec is a cubic foot per second. At the time, I wanted to find out how I could quantify this amount of water for the readers of my book, and I hit on the idea of trying to assess how many double-deckers full of water was equivalent to 34,000 cusecs. I approached Alexander's of Falkirk, now Alexander Dennis, the bus and coach builders, who were really amused at being asked to provide the cubic capacity of an average double-decker bus. They gladly did, and indeed they carried out the calculations so that they could tell me that 34,000 cusecs was equivalent to about 10.5 double-decker buses full of water. Just imagine that. 10.5 double-deckers full of water going over the top of the dam every second at the height of the flood in 1993. That's an amazing image. Thank you.